It's uncommon for utility companies to require non-fused disconnect switches on the line side of the utility meter in residential or commercial applications. However, it's more common in industrial or high-power installations. The National Electrical Code (NEC) does not specifically address the use of non-fused disconnect switches on the line side of the utility meter. However, it does require certain things. Firstly, Section 230.70 A1 states a disconnecting means shall be provided for each service, feeder, and branch circuit at its origin. Secondly, Section 230.85 says a service disconnect switch shall be a manually operable switch capable of opening the circuit. Thirdly, Section 110.10 states electrical equipment shall be installed in a manner that prevents hazardous conditions. Utility companies may require non-fused disconnect switches in certain situations for several reasons. Fuses can fail catastrophically, causing arcing and potential hazards. Non-fused switches eliminate this risk. Fuses need to be replaced periodically, which can be inconvenient and time-consuming. Non-fused switches are essentially maintenance-free. Non-fused switches are less likely to interrupt power than fuses, ensuring continuous service. Non-fused switches can be equipped with surge protection devices to protect the equipment and building from power surges. Some local codes or industry standards may require the use of non-fused disconnect switches in certain applications. While the NEC does not specifically require non-fused disconnect switches on the line side of the utility meter, it is a common practice in industrial or high-power installations. Utility companies may request this type of switch for safety, maintenance, reliability, surge protection, and code compliance reasons. Let's delve a bit deeper into each of these points. Firstly, let's consider the commonality, or rather the lack thereof, in residential and commercial settings. The primary reason non-fused disconnects are less common in these scenarios is the lower power demands. Residential and smaller commercial buildings typically have service entrances that are adequately protected by the standard overcurrent protection devices, such as fuses or circuit breakers, located downstream of the meter. The utility company's concern is primarily with the integrity of their equipment and the safety of their personnel. In these lower power scenarios, the existing protection mechanisms are usually deemed sufficient. Conversely, in industrial or high-power installations, the stakes are significantly higher. These installations often involve large machinery, complex electrical systems, and substantial power consumption. The potential for catastrophic failure is greater, and the impact of such a failure can be far more severe. Therefore, the utility company may mandate additional layers of protection, including a non-fused disconnect on the line side of the meter. This disconnect provides a readily accessible means to energize the entire service, ensuring the safety of personnel during maintenance or emergency situations. Now let's turn our attention to the NEC. As previously mentioned, the NEC doesn't explicitly require non-fused disconnects on the line side of the meter. However, it does lay the groundwork for such requirements through its general stipulations. Section 230.70 A1, which mandates a disconnecting means for each service, feeder, and branch circuit at its origin, establishes the fundamental principle that all electrical systems must have a way to be safely de-energized. This is a cornerstone of electrical safety. Section 230.85 further specifies that the service disconnect switch must be manually operable and capable of opening the circuit. This ensures that qualified personnel can quickly and easily disconnect the power supply in case of an emergency or during maintenance activities. The emphasis on manual operation is crucial, as it eliminates reliance on automated systems that could potentially fail or malfunction. Section 110.10, which requires electrical equipment to be installed in a manner that prevents hazardous conditions, provides a broad mandate for safe electrical practices. This section is often cited as justification for requiring additional safety measures, such as non-fused disconnects, in situations where the potential for hazards is elevated. Now, let's break down the reasons why utility companies might require these non-fused disconnects. Firstly, safety is paramount. Fuses, while generally reliable, can fail in a dramatic and potentially dangerous manner. A catastrophic fuse failure can result in arcing, which is the formation of an electrical discharge through the air. Arcing can generate intense heat to ignite nearby materials and even cause explosions. A non-fused disconnect eliminates this risk entirely, as there are no fuses to fail. The switch simply opens the circuit, providing a clean and safe disconnection. Secondly, maintenance considerations are important. Fuses, by their very nature, are sacrificial devices. They are designed to blow or open the circuit when an overcurrent condition occurs. This protects the downstream equipment from damage, but it also means that the fuse must be replaced. Replacing fuses can be an inconvenient and time-consuming task, especially in industrial settings where there may be numerous fuses to check and replace. A non-fused disconnect, on the other hand, requires virtually no maintenance. There are no parts to replace, and the switch is designed to operate reliably for many years. Thirdly, reliability is a key concern for both the utility company and the customer. Fuses, while generally reliable, can sometimes blow prematurely due to transient overcurrents or manufacturing defects. This can result in unexpected power outages, which can disrupt operations and cause financial losses. Non-fused switches are less susceptible to these types of failures. They are designed to withstand transient overcurrents without tripping, and they are built to be extremely durable and reliable. Fourthly, surge protection is an increasingly important consideration in modern electrical systems. Power surges, which are sudden spikes in voltage, can damage sensitive electronic equipment. Non-fused switches can be equipped with surge protection devices, SPDs, to protect the equipment and building from these surges. These SPD divert the excess voltage to ground, preventing it from reaching the sensitive equipment. Finally, codes and standards play a role in the decision to require non-fused disconnects. Some local codes or industry standards may mandate the use of these devices in certain applications. These requirements are often based on the specific risks and hazards associated with the particular industry or application. In conclusion, while the NEC doesn't explicitly mandate non-fused disconnects on the line side of the utility meter, it's a common practice in industrial or high-power installations due to considerations of safety, maintenance, reliability, surge protection, and code compliance. It's essential to consult with the utility company and local authorities to determine the specific requirements for your particular installation. It's important to understand the nuances of these requirements and the reasons behind them. A non-fused disconnect switch, as the name suggests, is a type of electrical switch designed to interrupt the flow of current in a circuit without relying on fuses for overcurrent protection. Instead of fuses, it uses a mechanical mechanism to open and close the circuit, providing a reliable means of disconnecting power for maintenance, safety, or emergency purposes. Let's explore the typical construction of a non-fused disconnect switch. A non-fused disconnect switch typically consists of several key components. Firstly, there's an enclosure. This is a protective housing, usually made of metal or durable plastic, that encases the internal components of the switch. The enclosure provides protection against environmental factors such as dust, moisture, and physical damage. Secondly, there's a switching mechanism. This is the core of the disconnect switch. It consists of a set of contacts that can be either opened or closed to interrupt or allow the flow of current, respectively. The switching mechanism is typically operated manually using a handle or lever. Thirdly, there are terminals. These are connection points where electrical conductors are attached to the switch. The terminals are designed to provide a secure and reliable connection for the incoming and outgoing conductors. Fourthly, there's an operating handle. This is a lever or handle that is used to manually operate the switching mechanism. The handle is typically located on the outside of the enclosure for easy access. Fifthly, there's an interlocking mechanism. This is a safety feature that prevents the enclosure from being opened while the switch is in the on position. This helps to prevent accidental contact with live electrical parts. Sixthly, there's a grounding provision. This is a connection point for grounding the enclosure and other metal parts of the switch. Grounding helps to protect against electrical shock hazards. Seventhly, there are labels and markings. These are labels and markings that provide information about the switch, such as its voltage and current ratings, manufacturer, and model number. Now let's discuss the operation of a non-fused disconnect switch. The operation of a non-fused disconnect switch is relatively simple. When the operating handle is in the on position, the contacts inside the switch are closed, allowing current to flow through the circuit. When the operating handle is moved to the off position, the contacts open, interrupting the flow of current and disconnecting the power supply. The switch is designed to provide a clear and visible indication of its status so that users can easily determine whether the circuit is energized or de-energized. The applications of non-fused disconnect switches are quite diverse. Non-fused disconnect switches are used in a wide range of applications, including industrial machinery, HVAC systems, lighting circuits, and power distribution panels. They are commonly used as the main disconnect for electrical equipment, allowing for safe and easy isolation of power for maintenance or repair. Non-fused disconnect switches are also used in emergency situations to quickly de-energize circuits and equipment. Now let's explore the advantages of using non-fused disconnect switches. Non-fused disconnect switches offer several advantages over other types of disconnect devices. Firstly, they provide a reliable means of disconnecting power without the need for fuses. This eliminates the risk of nuisance tripping and the need for fuse replacement. Secondly, they are easy to operate and maintain. The simple mechanical design ensures long-term reliability and minimal maintenance requirements. Thirdly, they offer a clear and visible indication of this status, making it easy to determine whether the circuit is energized or de-energized. Now let's discuss the NEC requirements for disconnect switches. The NEC provides specific requirements for disconnect switches to ensure safety and proper operation. These requirements cover aspects such as the switch's ampacity, voltage rating, interrupting rating, and enclosure type. The NEC also specifies the location and accessibility of disconnect switches, as well as the requirements for labeling and marking. It's important to consult the NEC and local codes to ensure that the installation of a non-fused disconnect switch complies with all applicable requirements. The interrupting rating of a disconnect switch is the maximum fault current that the switch can safely interrupt. This rating is determined by the switch's design and construction, and it's typically marked on the switch's label. The interrupting rating is an important factor to consider when selecting a disconnect switch, as it must be high enough to handle the maximum fault current that could occur in the circuit. Now let's consider the specific situations where non-fused disconnects are required or recommended. Firstly, they are used in industrial applications. In industrial settings, where large machinery and complex electrical systems are common, non-fused disconnects are often required as a main disconnect for equipment. This allows for safe and easy isolation of power for maintenance or repair. Secondly, they are used in HVAC systems. Non-fused disconnects are commonly used in HVAC systems to provide a means of disconnecting power to the equipment for servicing or replacement. Thirdly, they are used in critical circuits. In critical circuits where power interruptions must be minimized, non-fused disconnects may be used to provide a more reliable means of disconnection than fuses. Fourthly, they are used in hazardous locations. In hazardous locations where explosive or flammable materials are present, non-fused disconnects with appropriate enclosures are required to prevent ignition. The selection process for a non-fused disconnect is important and requires careful consideration of several factors to ensure the switch meets the specific requirements of the application. Firstly, the voltage and current rating must be considered. The switch must be rated for the voltage and current of the circuit in which it will be installed. Selecting a switch with an inadequate rating can lead to overheating, damage, or even failure. Secondly, the interrupting rating must be considered. The switch must have an interrupting rating that is equal to or greater than the available fault current at the installation location. This ensures that the switch can safely interrupt a fault without causing damage to itself or other equipment. Thirdly, the enclosure type must be considered. The enclosure must be suitable for the environment in which the switch will be installed. For example, in wet or corrosive environments, a watertight or corrosion-resistant enclosure may be required. Fourthly, the operating mechanism must be considered. The switch should have a reliable and easy-to-operate operating mechanism. The handle should be clearly labeled and provide a positive indication of the switch's status. Fifthly, approvals and certifications must be considered. The switch should be listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory such as UL or CSA. This ensures that the switch has been tested and meets applicable safety standards. The installation of a non-fuse disconnect switch must be performed by qualified personnel in accordance with all applicable codes and standards. Firstly, the switch must be mounted securely in a location that is readily accessible and protected from physical damage. Secondly, the wiring connections must be made in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and all applicable codes. Thirdly, the switch must be properly grounded to ensure safety. Fourthly, the switch must be labeled and marked in accordance with the NEC requirements. The maintenance and inspection of non-fuse disconnect switches are crucial for ensuring their continued reliability and safety. Firstly, the switch should be inspected regularly for any signs of damage or deterioration. Secondly, the operating mechanism should be checked to ensure that it is functioning properly. Thirdly, the wiring connection should be inspected for tightness and corrosion. Fourthly, the switch should be cleaned regularly to remove any dust or debris that could interfere with its operation. In summary, non-fuse disconnect switches are an essential component of many electrical systems, providing a reliable and safe means of disconnecting power for maintenance, safety, or emergency purposes. By understanding the construction, operation, applications, and NEC requirements for these devices, electrical professionals can ensure their proper selection, installation, and maintenance, thereby contributing to the overall safety and reliability of electrical systems.